Welcome to the Bougie Black Brother Network. Good afternoon and welcome to Fade to Black Cinema. I'm Michael, your Bougie Black Brother, and I'm here with my co-host Alicia.
Hello.
And we're here for our Wednesday review of the end of a saga. It's Star Wars. It looks like episode 9. The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
You know, there's just so many of these damn things.
Yeah.
I just can't really keep up with it. But this is the one that actually, you know, closes everything out with, what's her name? Rey and Finn and Leia and all the rest of them. So it kind of closes it out with that. So we went to see it and it was interesting.
Yeah.
It was a lot more interesting than I actually thought it would be. And the end of it, here's a little synopsis. After Palpatine mysteriously returns, the Resistance faces the First Order once more in the final chapter of the Skywalker saga. Which is cool. Anywho, so, Booby, when you went, you know, we've been seeing every single one of these over and over and over. The prequels, then went back to see the regular ones, and now this new series, which wasn't really as great as I guess the previous ones were, but especially with a lot of new characters. What was your thoughts on this one now?
I mean, it was Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Star Wars is Star Wars, and I mean, it was good. It was good. I mean, I can't. What can I say? It was good. That's all I've been saying is good.
Yeah. Yeah. We was kind of. So let me bring it back. So the second one, the first one I liked. Because it was a new introduction to everything, the new characters, the new other little stuff that was going on. So that was cool. I was like, oh, I kind of like that one. This is a little different way. It had the black guy in there, which was kind of cool. And then the little Asian girl. Then the second one started. And then the second one after that, I really didn't like that one. I didn't think that one was as good. It kind of like the other ones. I didn't, the prequel ones. The prequel ones, I didn't really like a lot of it. I liked some of it, but I didn't like a lot of it. So it was a little okay on one end, but not okay on the other one. So that second one kind of like threw me off. So I came into this one saying, I hope it ain't going to be just like that second one. But it actually didn't. It was a lot more interesting. The characters a little more developed, I guess, but they kept the story moving. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they did. They did a good job on that.
So the story kept moving on this one because now we find out Ren wasn't just a nobody, but she was a granddaughter of Palpatine. So she had ultimate, outstanding power that people knew but didn't know. Almost like Luke. Power was. They knew Luke had the power because Darth Vader was his father and they had the Force within him. Right. But this one was more than the Force because Palpatine had like the electricity hands. You know, he like, I can be like, yeah, die. Die. So, that craziness right there. But it was exciting. It had they was jumping from planets to planets. Ren and the other guy, Harrison Ford's son. So, and even Harrison Ford had a sneak appearance in there. But that was kind of cool. What's his name? Kylo Ren, Adam Driver. So he started to show up in a lot of stuff too. So I like Adam Driver. He's
then Billy D. Williams.
Oh yeah, that's so.
Don't get started that way. He was my favorite star back in the day when there was only one black actor.
Yep. So it was like Sidney Poitier, and he was gone, and then he came through, and it's kind of like, wow, okay, who's your favorite black actor? So now we got plenty. So he shows up, and you was like, thanks for showing up there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
But so it was a really good flow of the movie. Not seemed too outrageous. You know what I mean? I don't think it was too outrageous with that. A lot of the characters from previously showed back up. Mm-hmm. A couple of characters that we didn't know showed up in there that wound up being pretty cool too. So it was a lot of good stuff in there. So all I can say, it was a lot of really good characters. It was fun. It was nostalgic. It was like pretty good.
Because like the thing is that, you know, when you think about it, Rey and Ben were supposed to be together.
Yeah, they're supposed to be, but that wasn't really I don't think the Star Wars executives was like, and I don't want a black guy with a white woman, because they didn't like the black guy being part of the team anyway, because, you know, most nerd races think Star Wars is a white world as opposed to a world for everyone.
Yeah, especially a woman's world too.
Yeah, so why is a woman one of the main stars as opposed to, so is a misogynist, you know, highly nationalized type deal. But I think the cultural differences was really cool in here. Besides, like, see, they can accept alien looking people, but not people who looked like another color or woman. Yeah, because they went to the planet, and it's a black woman that was there leading the rebels from that.
Yeah,
and so she wanted to hang out with the dude. What was it? Ren? Not Ren.
What's the guy's name?
What's the black guy? Finn.
Yeah, Finn.
So it's Ren and Finn.
Oh my God.
And Ren 1010.
Shut up! I knew it was coming. I knew that was coming.
Went back. I'm not even gonna go there. But wind up being a really, really good movie. It finished the series off. I'm not sure where they're gonna go from here, because they wanted to finish this out. So the makers are really looking at saying, how do we start with different Star Wars stories within the Star Wars world. Mm-hmm. And, you know, so they're going to be breaking off with, you know, places and characters. Because we just finished Mandalorian too.
Right.
So if you would have watched that, you would see that's a great spinoff, but it's a prequel to a lot of the things that you see in the Star Wars series as well. But you'll see the characters and planets and different little things that relates to the Star Wars. I think it's called canon. So, you know, there's books of Star Wars that George Lucas didn't make, but people took his concept and started writing stories to relate to it. And, you know, the cartoon series, they made their own stories from it too. So they have a broad base of stories that they can do. But, you know, back to this, it ended well. I mean, did you want any more from this though?
No.
Yeah. So it was. So what else did we see? We started seeing a couple of reruns of Harry Potter. So Harry Potter ended fine. We was okay with that. Then they had the monsters, the prequel series before that of Harry Potter. What is the one that goes with that?
Oh, and the
Fantastic Beasts.
Yeah, Fantastic
whatever.
Beasts. That's it.
But that was pretty cool too. So, you know, when they started making additional movies to go with a series, they may not live up to the original, but as long as they are original, it makes it worth seeing. Except for trying to play off and say, well, I got to keep giving them what they used to. If they play it off differently, it kind of works. Like, a lot of people didn't like Rogue One. I really like that, even though, like, the people died at the end of it. But
yeah, I
thought the whole portion of getting through that, and it tells a story of how the rebels got the Death Star plans, was just great. It was just a great story within the big, long saga and everything.
Right.
So I think that's where they're going and trying to be showing different things from that. But anywho, so what's your rating of this? Or do you have any more comments? I'm so sorry, baby.
No, this is, it was good to see. It was exciting, but it was Star Wars.
It was Star Wars. So we would see this as a series. So if I see it on TV, I'll say, oh, okay.
Yeah, we got to watch the one before to see what this one, remember what's in this one to coincide with the new one. So, that's exactly what Star Wars is about. It's a series.
Yeah, and I'm okay. I'm okay with looking at it because we've seen like the Alien series. There's a portion of the Alien series that we won't kind of look at. But with me, I'll look at it because it's part of the series, but some of it I just won't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you did, so what would be your rating?
I'd say a 6.75.
Well, a 6.75.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a little low, but that's fine. That's still fine. So I got it as a 8 because I'll see it again, but an even 8. If I would actually have it. No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have it at a 7.5, but I'm gonna see it again based on the series as opposed to wanting to see this movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's a difference of saying, like, what was the last Alien one we saw? I think it was Alien Resurrection or whatever it was. But I didn't really like that movie as much, but I liked it being part of the series. So that's why I would see that again. I won't see it as a standalone movie that I really, really enjoyed. This one I liked, but I'm not running out and saying, oh, that one's on. Let me go check it out. I'll check it out within the series. So I'm going to back it down to a 7.5. I was going to say it's an 8 because I'll see it again, but it's a reason why I would see it again. So, yeah, I got 7.5 and you got a what, 6.75?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's respectful. But other than that, great to see a Star Wars series end and begin.
Mm-hmm.
So now we watching The Mandalorian. Anywho, Fade to Black Cinema every Wednesday. Every Wednesday we check out movies, TV series, and different other things and give you our thoughts on it. Check us out on Fade to Black Cinema on Twitter and all podcast downloads. You can check us out there. YouTube on Bougie Black Brother Network, and you'll see the most current from there. You got anything else, darling?
No, darling.
So, thank you so much for stopping by Fade to Black Cinema, and we'll see you next week. Later.
Bye.